Alright guys, welcome back to Baguettes, Bathtubs, and Blood. I'm your host, Leah Miller, and we have a special guest on this show, Charlie Demilio.
Oh, sorry guys. I was checking my followers.
Alright,
Hey
Charlie,
guys.
I have a couple questions for you. First, how are you doing?
I am great. How are you? I'm so happy to be on the show.
Great,
Yeah,
I'm happy that
I'll
you're
tag
here.
you on my Instagram.
Oh, because I need that. I need the followers.
Oh, yeah, you do. Like, you
Alright.
get many as many.
So, Charlie, you rose to fame at only 15. You have to deal with a lot of hate and fame. How do you deal with this?
It's really, really hard at 15, rising to fame. Like, it's just, I just have to deal with so much hate. Like, I was in a regular private school first, and then, like, now I'm just homeschooled and failing all my classes because just all these people are just giving me so much hate, and I just, like, it's really, really hard to inspire. It's like, hold on, let me check how much followers I have. This will be, I don't quite know exactly, and I like to keep things real, 135.4 million, but I like to think of it as billion because, like, everybody knows who I am. But as I was saying, it's just really hard. Like, I tried to just create a very positive environment on TikTok, but it's just really, really hard.
Sorry, I apologize for laughing. You said you
I don't understand why you're laughing. There's nothing real. Like, it's my job. It's my job to dance and inspire people.
So, yeah, being 15 and all, that's a lot of hate, a lot of fame. Do you think being so young helped you affect the normal on TikTok?
I definitely think it does. Like, I think being so young, it helps me connect with my fans more because obviously a lot of my fans are younger girls. Like, you see all the fan pages, you see all of that. I try to interact as much as possible. Like,
I mean, that's really inspiring. Thank you for that. Alright, one of our next questions. So, recently you've gotten a lot of backlash, right? I'm sure you know from your fans for a number of reasons, okay? So, anything from, like, the spitting of that escargot that you want to talk about?
Okay. Look, what I really, really do not get is why spitting out of food is, like, I would get canceled per se for that. Like,
I hope you know, like, escargot is expensive, right? And when you say that, you just don't seem, like, you don't seem grateful for your followers.
you invited me on this show. Like, shouldn't you be supporting me?
I am supporting you. You know, we got that inspiring message out about you trying to help for young people.
Now you're just like,
now you kind of go back, like, you're not really being grateful for what you have.
I am so grateful. Like, you don't understand, like, the platform that this has given me. Like, I'm able to inspire others and able to make a change in the world. Like, I don't know what more I can want.
Okay.
And spitting out escargot, like, I just don't understand why I need to be canceled for that if I didn't like it.
Say that for Charlie Demilio on her own time.
You guys know, like, I've done a collaboration with Duncan, and that's been really, really beneficial to my career. It's been really beneficial to Duncan. You guys should totally go get some. Get the Charlie, actually.
Whoa, I mean, we'll save that for later. It's not really an advertising time right now. Thank you. And we're back, actually, from that ad break. I have a new question for Charlie that's kind of a little bit pressing at the time. Recently, a lot of controversy has been taking place. A lot of people are trying to plan for, like, kind of a time to all unfollow you, right? And it sends me back. We're talking about the history of the class that you failed, right? In the storming of the Bastille, right? A lot of people, they all came at this jail. It's kind of like the people versus, like, a higher power, right? And do you kind of relate that to you losing followers?
I mean, I think I do. Obviously, I don't know a ton about the storming of the Bastille because I failed the class. But so, from what I do know and from what you just informed me about, I feel like, in a sense, I'm not a high power. I don't have power. I have that, like, influence comes with power, but it doesn't give you the power to make, like, these big changes that we need to progress as a society. Like, I don't have the same power as a senator has. I don't have the same power as a Supreme Court justice would have. But I have power to, per se, influence those changes. Like, I have power to influence other people to stand with me to help make that change. I feel like I'm a trendsetter in a sense. Like, for example, I have a clothing line, Social Tourist. Like, if I wear it, others are gonna go out and buy it. Be like, oh wow, this looks really good on Charlie. Maybe it'll look really good on me.
You're kind of a model for Gen Z, would you say?
Yeah, I would say that, and I think I definitely relate to Jean-Paul Marat a lot.
You did your research.
On the show, right?
He is
Correct?
another person on the show.
Yeah, that's great, actually. But I feel like I see Jean-Paul Marat as very much a trendsetter because, as we know, like, he wrote this newspaper and he said you should be suspicious of everybody, you shouldn't trust anybody, like, and people started following what he was saying. Like, he has this influence. Like, he wasn't a figure of power per se. Like, he wasn't King Louis, or he wasn't part of the nobility, but his power, like, was influence, and his paper is like my TikTok or my Instagram. I'm a humble person, like I know where I came from.
Okay.
And I feel like we're talking about.
And that's Beverly Hills.
No, Massachusetts.
Sorry. That's my bad, folks. But thank you for coming out, being on the show. We might have some questions for you later.
Okay.
Maybe so. If you want to see Marie Antoinette, someone like that.
Oh yeah, I would love.
We'll definitely make that happen.
All right, cool.
Let's cut to the next guy.
Oh, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Baguettes, Bathtubs, and Blood. Today we are interviewing Marie Antoinette. My first question for you is, why do you feel the need to spend so much money on the Palace of Versailles?
So the Palace of Versailles is really just like a grand place. I love it so much. It's gorgeous. I spent all my life there. Well, most of it before I got traded. Basically, it's honestly best for our depleting economy. I feel like we're actually putting so much money into it, and it's giving us more back. I like it. I love it a lot.
How do you think that people feel about you dumping money into the palace?
I think they actually like it, because then I get to eat. Then I get to have all of this time to myself, and I get to get dresses, and I get to get money, and it's fine for them, because they're working for me, and I think that I should be happy that they're working for me.
But they're not making any money from it themselves?
I think they are. I'll actually I'll ask them. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
The next question for you is, when you first came to France, your entrance in marriage was crazy. How did you wish to enter into France and influence young women and peasants during your reign as queen?
So as queen, it's just I got traded basically as a political trade when I came to France. It was very I don't know. I didn't like it. King Louis is not into me. I hate it. Oh my gosh. Our wedding night, awful. He's horrible in bed, and he just didn't have any. He was just awful. But I like the dresses. I'm fine with it as long as I get money. It's fine. But I really wish I was just not traded. It feels awful. I can't imagine how anyone could do that. But I'm obviously grateful to be in my position, and I know Charlie Demilio is also grateful for her position. I feel very similar to her, and it's great. It's great.
And so how do you think this influenced the younger French girls of your generation?
I think it showed that you can do anything. It's just so powerful, and you can. I know you're getting traded for politics and stuff's happening, but you can be on top. You can have power too if you tried, just hard enough and you were rich and stuff.
What do you think caused the peasants to change the way France was?
I think the peasants were honestly just jealous, and it's just rude of them to kind of take my spotlight. I hate to say it, but they were just making a fuss. They
didn't deserve any power.
I think they deserve a little bit of power, but they're taking it away from my my friends and family. It's weird. They really just want to take the nobility spot, and it's why? I get that you want to be rich and stuff, but that's our spot. I don't understand. I wish I did. I heard something about bread, but it's not that difficult to get. It's all in the Palace of Versailles. You can just come in. I mean, we wouldn't let you because you don't have the dresses and stuff. But you can just be there. Take the bread. I'll give you my extras and my leftovers. We give it to the dogs though, but you can have them. So I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like the peasants that much.
But the real hook question of the night is, what are your thoughts on Jean Paul Marat?
You know, my bestie boo, Jean Paul Marat, he's interesting. I know he wrote this newspaper, to get back at me. He loved the guillotine, which it's just gross. I don't like seeing blood. I mean, unless it's people I don't care about, but it's just gross. And Jean Paul Marat, I know he's a guest on the show, so if you're listening, I'm over here, and you hate my family. You loathe me. You hate my family. I don't understand why. I really wish I did. Just eat some cake and chill out real quick. I'm over here in a great, grand, Palace of Versailles, and you're over here in a bathtub. I don't understand what you want from me. Just calm down. Literally stop trying to kill people. I'm not doing that. I would never, ever hurt any of my peasants. They love me so much, so I have to take care of them. And I would never, ever be mean to them or kill them.
So how do you think the impact that Jean Paul Marat has made on the citizens of France compares to the impact that you have made?
I think my impact is honestly just better. I'm obviously doing more than him.
More positive?
Just better than him in all ways in general. He just doesn't do much. He just writes for fun, and I am
what
actually.
What do you do? So you shop?
Yes,
What
I
else-
do
what
shop.
else
I
do
do
you do?
shop. What's wrong with that? Do
What's-
you just hate women or something? Like, I don't understand.
What other than shopping, what impact have you made on your people?
I think that I did influence the younger girls like into wanting power because women aren't given anything. I don't understand what your thing against women is, but basically like Jean-Paul Marat, you didn't do much. You were writing. You were just saying stuff to say stuff.
But his words
Have
truly
meaning.
swayed the opinion of the masses. Your
And so did
shopping
mine.
has done nothing.
So did mine. Apparently, the peasants and stuff are mad at me. So like my words obviously did something more than him.
But
He's
his-
just killing people.
His
I'm
paper
doing
is called The
nothing.
Friend of the People, and you are
Friend of the people,
better
not
than
friend
that?
of me, not friends of mine. I don't like him. I don't know.
Okay. My next question for you, Marie Antoinette, is, well, here's a little background. The book, Little Fires Everywhere, amazing read. There's a girl named Izzy Richardson. She thinks of herself as an absolute, like, rebel.
So Izzy Richardson, she sounds like me actually. I really relate. I heard that she like left her house or whatever. That reminds me when I left France with my little tiny husband, and like but I got caught, and that's what I'm scared of. Like I'm almost done reading the book. I loved it so much. But basically like I left France and I got caught, and like it's just like it's a scary moment for like a young girl and the young queen herself to like leave your beloved home that you've known for so long. And then like being criticized for it. Like I know that Izzy was criticized by Lexi, Moody, Trip, like everybody, but Mia. Little Fires Everywhere. Good read. I recommend it very much.
Welcome back. I would like to welcome our third guest, Elena Richardson.
Hey guys.
So I'd like to start off with a spicy question, just diving right in. All right. How does your impression of Izzy and perspective of her relationship with Mia shape how you view the whole ordeal?
Well, Izzy's my daughter. She'll always be my daughter. And I love her. But Mia and her relationship is just toxic. I mean, they shouldn't know each other. Mia is not a great role model. I mean, like, Mia can't own a couch. That's just embarrassing. Why would I want my daughter around someone who can't live healthily?
I never thought about what Mia gives Izzy that you don't.
Mia doesn't give Izzy anything. I really don't know why she's so fond of her. I mean, she really doesn't do anything to help.
Would you
Izzy?
ever just think that maybe Izzy isn't, you don't understand Izzy in a way that she wants to be understood?
No, I understand Izzy. She's my daughter. There's nobody who understands her better than me.
How has the birdcage photograph shaped the way that you view what is a good life?
Well, what I view as a good life is what I make for myself and what I have for my kids. I mean, they have a good life, and I've been providing for them. Mia's birdcage scrapbook, art activity, I mean, it doesn't say anything. It's just a bunch of pieces of paper. It doesn't represent any value, so I wouldn't say it changes my view at all.
See, Mia is this artist. She tries to get other people to see what she sees. She sees things differently than other people. Do you think that if you took a time to look at the photograph, that you'd see what she's trying to say about you?
I mean, she sees stuff differently because she's below me. Okay. I mean, like, she rents for me, she works for me. Now, I understand it can be a struggle being at the bottom, but at the end of the day, I own her.
Marie Antoinette, as we know, she's a guest on the show also. So she looked at kind of her peasants the same way that you do. And she abused her power. Like, she abused her
Sorry,
power.
what peasants?
You're a peasant. You're treating Mia like a peasant. Like,
No, I'm not.
you don't care about her.
She's lucky to have me, actually.
This is the same. You have the same mindset as Marie Antoinette.
I've
You're
given
both
her
abusing your
a
power.
low rent.
How have you used your power to do good in the world?
I mean, as you can tell in the Sun Press, I'm doing very good things with my magazine. I mean, I'm releasing
But
valuable town
you
people
abused your
information.
power with the Sun Press to find out things about Mia and exploit that information.
I mean, I wouldn't say. It was information I should rightfully know. I think as her being my tenant, I should know this information.
Was it justified?
The abortion clinic worker, my longtime friend, she should have just given me the information, and that would have been justified.
But
I wouldn't have
she
to break any
signed-
laws.
a doctor signs an oath, and legally they're not allowed to tell you that information.
Right. But
So
like,
was it really justified at the expense of her career?
It's an oath, but we've been friends for longer than she took that oath. I mean, in college, I had her meet her husband, so that's the loyalty that you can't break. You can break an oath over that.
How would you make amends now that you would want to see Izzy again?
I think she should probably make amends to me.
Wasn't the whole reason she ran off to Mia anyway is because that Mia understood her? And is she gonna take someone who doesn't understand her for someone that does, even though you may be her mother?
No, I would say I understand her better than Mia. I think she's just going through one of those phases. You know?
What you're lacking with Izzy is just she doesn't
I'm
see what
lacking.
you know to understand.
I'm not lacking anything.
Okay.
I'm the best mother I can be.
Okay. Thank you guys, Elena Richardson. Let's hear it one more time.
I'm your host, Liam Miller, and today we have a special guest, Izzy Richardson. Now, we actually just interviewed your mom on the show,
Ew.
but we'll talk about that a little later. Let's get into the first question, alright?
Mhm.
So, how would you change, right as it is right now? How would you change what's kind of normalized in Shaker from day-to-day life?
So I've tried to change Shaker like 1,000 times, and no one really listens to, you know, the younger kids. And I made the posters, the don't disturb the universe stuff, and I didn't really do much. And then I tried to do something impossible. I hired my siblings plus Pearl to like get toothpicks, put them in the doors, make a huge scene at my school. And I think that changed, not that much actually, but I think it still changed what happens at Shaker in the school, and how we got Miss Peters to like, you know, make a fool of herself. And I think that's what we need to do, is make the people in charge, like the leaders, the people who are bullying people, to really make fools of themselves, so that people realize how bad people they are.
What's your justification for the active,
So
the prank?
The prank. Actually, I think it was like the biggest like revolution that's actually ever happened in our school. The prank. But Miss Peters, she was really bullying some girl that was really nice. She was really sweet. She just didn't know how to bow her violin correctly, which is something that happens to everyone. And to embarrass like a kid, like as an adult, to embarrass someone that's below you is like just really wrong. And so I decided to like make a tiny spark to start like a whole fire. You know, like I stood up, I broke the bow in front of her, which was a bad idea. But then I was like, I'm gonna do something more to change what's happening in our orchestra class.
Okay, so you said spark the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any, I don't know, history? Like,
Actually, in history class, I learned about Marie Antoinette and how bad she was treating the peasants and stuff, and how the peasants revolted. And actually, I think I did take inspiration from that. I decided to toothpick everything, put heads on pike.
you see the teachers at your school kind of like an abusing power?
Yes, all the time. Honestly, all adults, besides Mia, obviously. Most adults just take all of their power and use it against as many people as possible.
Okay.
Besides Mia, obviously.
So just everybody but Mia is
Yes.
in the fault?
Yes, always.
Alright. So let's kind of switch it back to your mom.
Mhm.
A little touchy subject. But if you were to see your mom again, how would you make amends with her?
I probably wouldn't. She's just like weird. I don't like her. She hasn't really paid attention to me like ever. I know she used to not let me do anything when I was younger. And so now that she wants me back, it's like, why didn't you do this with me before? Like, why didn't you try to hang out with me before? Like, you're trying to now, like trying to find me, but like you actually don't. Like, you just want to make yourself feel better, not me. So it's like, it's
Do you
weird.
have any idea why this disconnect would happen between you and your mother?
I think she's just jealous of my relationship with Mia, and how the fact that I actually want to be with my other mother right now instead of her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that. You said other mother.
Yeah, she is my other mother. She takes care of me more. She actually pays attention to me. And she honestly gave me the inspiration for the revolution, because she did similar things when she was in school. And I think it was her that made me realize that I wanted to change.
Okay, sorry. We can get this on video that Mia gave you the inspiration for the toothpick prank.
Yes. The revolution, the toothpick revolution.
Toothpick revolution.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'm not even looking
Welcome
at-
back.
I'm not
It's
even
your
looking at-
favorite host, Kate Avey. And unfortunately, the forces have brought together the dynamic duo, Elena and Izzy Richardson. Are we ready to talk this one out?
I think we actually should.
Actually,
talk
I
about
think
this
we should
as a-
talk. Yeah.
Before we get to
Okay,
know,
no,
I just
well-
disclaimer. I actually am a licensed therapist.
Okay.
Okay.
So this will help. This will help. I promise.
Help me
Okay.
No, she needs that.
So
No, I think we need
to
help.
understand and to begin the process of healing, what do we think is the root of the problem?
All right, the root of the
It's
problem
okay.
is
First,
it's-
I would like to give Izzy a chance to speak,
I think
and I'd
that
like you to listen.
I think that you like just not caring about me as a child, like making me not do things. I think that's the root of the problem. Like you didn't even want me as a child. Like you didn't need a fourth child.
Izzy, thank you so much. Elena,
Yeah, let's just like completely forget that, because like she's still growing up. She needs time to figure out her ideas. I cared about her, of course. I've always cared about her. She's always been a part of me. I sacrificed everything for her. Okay, I lost
Everything?
Yes, I left my job at a renowned magazine. I had a great opportunity, and I left it for you.
You didn't have to.
I left it to
You chose
raise
to.
you. No.
okay, thank you guys so
And
much.
so
What
the
are-
fact that she would
Elena.
run away, it's just disrespectful to me.
I think we've diagnosed what the problem is.
The
and
problem is
It's her.
Izzy.
It's her.
I
my mom.
think okay. Let's
Oh, now I'm
Let's
your
take it-
mother.
yeah.
Now I'm your mother.
No, only
Oh,
when
so
I-
it's like that then.
Yeah,
let's
it
take a
is.
deeper dive. Izzy,
Mhm.
this one's for you.
Mhm.
Do you really think your mom or Elena loves you?
No, not at all. Zero. She actually used to be terrified of me. She used to like make
And where do
me
you think that
walk in her
terrified
room.
comes from?
I have no clue. You're just crazy. You're
Oh,
actually crazy, like
okay.
insane mentally. I think that's where I get it from. It's actually from you.
Elena, I would just like you
Don't
to.
forget, she's a minor. She
in
is
order
not
for
kid.
this to work, I need when I'm asking Izzy questions.
Is this
I
family
need.
therapy or something? Make sure you're talking to the kid.
Oh, the next question is for her, but I was just gonna say, in order for this to work, I need you to remain silent, and I need you to hear her, and I need you to listen to her.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Izzy, who do you think should be apologizing to who? Do you think you're in the wrong, or do you think Elena's in the wrong?
I think I can actually take responsibility for maybe starting the fire, but I think there was a reason behind it, and I feel like some lady that starts with Elena Richardson. I think that she should actually be apologizing to me.
Talking about what we think your mom lacks as a mother
Everything.
from what, like,
I
what is
don't
Mia?
I don't like it.
What is Mia doing differently that you're not getting from Elena?
Well, I feel like Mia's more real, and she actually understands my struggles because she was the odd one out in her school, and I was too. So it's like I feel like it's just fair that I actually would want to spend more time with Mia because she understands me better than you do. Because you obviously are only paying attention to Lexi and her pretty dresses. It's just like you don't care about me. So like I honestly would like to spend time with Mia more because she makes sense.
You see, that's the problem.
And she's an artist.
She doesn't
Artists
realize
understand
that
artists.
I care about her, and I do. She's my
You
kid.
don't. You don't.
Yes, I do. Yes,
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
I do
Mhm.
care about her, and the fact that she can't see that, it diagnoses a greater problem. She just and realized that Mia is trash.
Like my
The
Doc
mother
Martens that you
me.
threw away, my prized possession. You threw away my Doc Martens for no reason. Now I have to wear these ugly things.
Okay, listen up. You
It's
talk
all
about
you.
talk
It's
about
all you.
Mia. That's your choice. You're making yourself the bottom. All right.
And you're lowering your standards
your
just to
fault.
stalk people.
And you just need to listen. Take a page out of Lexi. Listen
Thank
to
you.
Lexi.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
No.
Do you think we could get a little hug, maybe, just to like?
yeah. Okay. Ah!
Hello, folks. Today we're with our final guest, John Paul Marat, the bathtub guy, very famous. So John Paul Marat, how's your day? Pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. What was going through your mind when you told everyone to be suspicious of everyone?
That's just truly how I feel. I feel that nobody should be trusted.
Why are you not held to a high standard? Like, why shouldn't I be suspicious of you? Like,
I just feel that, all humans are evil by nature, and by that, nobody should be trusted because why should I trust you?
why should I trust you? See?
Exactly.
Okay, I understand.
Trust anybody. We should just live in fear.
Mhm.
My amazing paper, The Friend of the People, is a paper
Mhm.
written for the people
Mhm.
that gained the trust of the people. That I got my ideas out there and slowly became more and more radical, calling for the death of more and more people. And yeah.
So our guest that we had like a few seconds ago, Miss Richardson. She was also a journalist. Like, how do you say you're different than her? And are you like of a higher power than her, or
I'm
is
of
she?
a much higher power than her. I am
why?
far
Why?
higher than her. She is trusting of her friends. Why?
Mm.
I have superior beliefs. Even though she is also part of the amazing industry of journalism,
Mhm.
mine is superior.
How did you, John Paul Marat, handle the counter-revolutionaries?
So what I did was very simple. I started my newspaper, The Friend of the People. You can check it out, by the way. It's amazing. I started with my ideas, and those ideas slowly became more and more radical, making everybody conscious of the people who wanted to fight the revolution that we were fighting for freedom and power. And we needed that freedom and power. So anybody who wanted to fight our revolution deserved to die, put their head on a pike.
Head on pike.
Okay, thank you so much, Jean Paul Marat. We'll see you guys next week. Welcome back. This is our final night game of the night. It is Pin the Knife on the Jean Paul. We have 4 special little knives here, and we're gonna have our special guest, Charlie Demilio, play this.
Hi guys. So I'm just gonna blindfold myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit around.
And I'm gonna do the
And try
hot
to-
cold.
Okay.
Okay. Spin around. Now stop. Okay, you're you are nowhere near it, honey.
Okay.
Here's the
Try
next
again.
one. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Let me just clockwise.
stop. Nope. Towards your right. And up a little bit. Towards your right, way more. Yep, go closer to the board. Yes! That's pretty good, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Next one, next one.
Do I get a prize if I win?
No.
Oh. It's okay, I'm already a millionaire anyway.
Okay. And stop. And go to the left. Left. Other side. And go forward, right there. Okay, folks, she doesn't know her directions. Next one, last one. Stop.
I'm gonna just spin around a little bit more.
Okay.
My followers like this one, okay?
Stop. Yes! She didn't even make it on the board. So we have 1 point. Oh, yep, okay, up. Yes! She actually pinned the knife on the
How did I
knife.
do, guys? Oh my gosh, I did really good!
Woo!
It's right by, I just chopped off, I amputated his arm.
I think that's actually the best we've ever had. Thank you so much, Charlie
You're
Demilio.
welcome. Do you want to TikTok dance with me? Ready?
Yeah. That's so